Test.
All right, we're here.
Whoa, what the fuck? I can't even. Oh my god, is that even a chord?
This was the intro.
What am I doing?
Welcome back to our podcast.
What did I? So I did something wrong. I don't know. I tuned this wrong.
So good.
Oh wait, no, it's good. Okay, wait,
right.
Hold up. We're really starting the podcast now.
All right.
Shopping with Teddy.
Wrong person.
Okay. Catching up with Pep and Ted. Come and talk along. It's catching up with Pep and Ted. I did the chords wrong, but we're gonna get the resolve anyway because this is our podcast and we do the song however we like. Yeah.
Wow. That was perfect, man.
Oh my god, I can't sing. This is my very first podcast that I'm doing with you hungover.
Episode number 4. Right?
Yeah. And I also, congratulations, because at 9 a.m. this morning, our podcast, the very first one,
is out
live. Yeah.
Oh,
we haven't told anybody. We got 0 views.
You didn't tell me.
No, because I wanted to tell you now.
Yeah, all right.
So yeah, our podcast is officially on the air. The first episode is out. I think the audio came out very good.
Really?
I'm very happy about it. Yeah.
All right.
So the video came out not good because my camera died, remember?
Oh, true.
And it didn't actually capture anything.
Anything? So we have no video for the first episode.
Yeah, for the first 40 minutes, there's no video.
And then we have my phone.
And then we have your phone video.
All right.
Which, it is what it is. I mean, it's gone. And it's fine. It's a podcast anyway. It's
going to be the first legendary first episode that there's no video recording.
God, do you remember the first one where they couldn't even get a video camera to work? Whoa, You know what I mean? It's gonna be that kind of thing. So actually, it's kind of cute. So it's really just like two guys talking some shit, trying to make it work. And,
exactly. Yeah. I mean, after all,
that's all it is. Right?
It's a podcast, so you're supposed to listen to it, not watch it. Of course, it's a plus that we're giving.
Exactly. So, yeah. It's not about the video. Although at some point, if we're continuing to do this, I do want to get like the 3 camera setup where you have
3?
Because like there's one on both of us, and then there's one on my face, and then one on your face, right? Just like any broadcast you see online. And so we'll whenever someone's talking, is telling a story, it'll be on their face, right? I think there's a way you can do it automatically, where how do you say that? Like the video editing program will literally select.
Oh, if I'm speaking.
Yeah, it will know that there's a spike in your microphone, so it will show you, right? So
hopefully, one day we get there.
One day
we can even start one day we can start a Patreon or something and just use whatever
that would be cool.
The things we get from the Patreon just
to improve the podcast. Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
Because when I'm doing it just because I enjoy it, and I think you too. It's not like we're trying to achieve.
What do you mean? I'm trying to become a millionaire of this podcast.
Oh,
what do you mean?
Okay, I had no inspiration. That's good. That's good that you have it. Wait, what I wanted to say?
I don't know.
Oh yeah, and
podcast
actually, I felt like I was thinking about it this morning that I don't know if it's the same for you, but I kind of find it therapeutic. Is it the word?
Yeah.
Therapeutic.
Yeah.
Just talking about your week or your best few days with somebody, and listen to each other.
Just we're really taking a real 1.5 hour just to hear each other out about stuff, right? And so I think when you first said podcast, I was like, this can be cool. And then we did the first one, and I was like, I'm not sure how I feel about this. But then
really?
But then we did 2. I was like, but it's fun though. It's fun enough for me to keep going. And then I heard the result, how good it sounded, and I was like, and then the second or third episode, I think the third episode, the last one we did, I feel we really reached a point where we had a good conversation. And so when we did that one, I was like, oh no, actually this is great, because I felt we really were able to tell each other stuff, and we had gotten used to sitting in this chair and doing it, right?
It's gonna take time, and it's gonna be there's gonna be up and downs, episodes where we're you have more stuff to say and it's gonna be more exciting, and others where we really just don't know
what to talk about. Yeah, no, I know, but at this point I really like it. The first episode or first two episodes, I was not 100%, But then the third one, I was like, yeah, this is actually great. Like when you told me about the Magic the Gathering stuff.
Oh yeah, that was funny.
That was so funny. And I was just like, we would have never had like that kind of funny conversation if it weren't for like this, right?
Yeah, exactly.
And then I was like grateful that we did this.
Yeah,
if that makes sense.
Yeah. We're trying to make like the fact that it's not like we cannot see each other. Of course, if there's something comes up and there's like something and we want to do together, we're gonna do it anyway. But the fact that we're trying not and use the fact that we cannot see each other every day anymore because we don't live like almost across the streets as we used to live in Shimo anymore. So use the time we cannot see each other to make it something more interesting too for even for our own relationships. I feel that I always enjoyed it actually. The only of course thing that was for me was just going out of my house, but that's like for anything,
right. It's just hard for you to get out of your house.
It's hard to do that
because you are a mangaka after all.
I am. I am, man.
Okay.
I have many big news and good news.
Cool. I'm ready.
Right.
I'm ready for all of it.
Start with the first one that I just got 2 minutes ago from Belly before I came into your apartment.
She's pregnant.
Oh, I knew you were going to say that.
Because you know me too well.
I was like, he's going to say that. Oh, my, he's going to say
because you know me so well.
I know. No, I don't think that would be a good news in this situation right now, at this moment in my life. Right. But
she's addicted to cocaine.
No. She's playing Magic with me. No, that would be awesome.
Yo, that would be such a twist. Like I can't even imagine her even like spending like more than 10 minutes on it.
And we would be like broke in maybe like a month spending money for
on
both
these cards.
Of us on cards.
Yeah.
It's gonna have to be real cards. Anyway, so the real good news is that apparently there's no need to check if you have COVID or not to go back to Italy.
Oh shit!
What do you call it? Is
like you don't need like a travel document, like a PCR test.
Yeah, no
right?
PCR test needed to go to Italy. Of course, you still need it to when you come to Japan.
Yeah.
But still, that's like a relief because, like, first of all, makes it like I can almost guarantee 100% that I can go back to Italy.
Wow!
Which, like, until now, until 3 days before departure, as you know, because you've been traveling.
Yeah.
Unless you get the negative PCR, you're not gonna be able to travel.
Yep.
And it's gonna be a mess because you're gonna all the hotel reservations, the plane tickets, and this and that, and it's gonna be such a mess, right? The fact that we can go, 100% sure, of course, unless there's troubles, but that can happen anytime, right? But since there's no need for PCR test, we are so happy.
Nice.
Oh man, that will
finally
be
go back.
Yeah, finally go back, and then I don't have to worry about until the last minute to just do because like I was already just trying to plan ahead because like I'm going back to my cousin's wedding, so I don't want to miss that. So I booked the ticket like 1 week before the event. So I was like, in case I get COVID and I cannot fly, I can stay in Japan 1 more week and like, go back there just for the day of the wedding at least or something like that.
Yeah.
So all that, I don't have to think about it anymore. And that's awesome. So I'm so relieved.
Nice.
I can go back. Man, I'm just, I told you already in a previous episode how much I need to go to Italy right now. Right?
I know.
And this makes it so much easier.
Nice.
And also like so much more cheaper because like doing the PCR, the official one is like, how much did you pay? I don't know, but it was like something iman.
Yeah.
20,000 yen?
It was like somewhere like $200 type of thing.
Yeah, I'm spending a lot to go back to Italy. I'm paying for
like plane
hotels.
tickets now are super expensive too, right?
Yeah, that too.
Yeah.
So
I'm happy for you, man. If you can't read it from my face, then I'm happy for you just because I'm hungover.
I know, man.
I'm not able to emote the way I do normally, but that is really fucking good.
Let's talk about this hangover. This is your first hangover since you came back, right?
Yes. So I was at, Peppe knows this, but the listeners probably don't. You probably don't. I was doing a clinical trial to get money where they test medicine on you and they take your blood and you have to stay in the hospital for a week and just sit there basically, and then you get a big stack of money. That's what I did. And I was released from prison yesterday. It really felt like prison. It really did a little bit. I was released yesterday, and then of course I first thing I did was get drunk. I don't drink a lot, but that was like the right moment for sure.
Because you stopped drinking. I remember even at your party, your housewarming party.
I wasn't drinking.
You were not drinking. You haven't like drank alcohol in a long time, right?
I've been drinking a little bit more just because like the social settings that I've been in have been more conducive to like people
since
that
you
drink.
came back.
Yeah, so ever since the housewarming party, slowly but surely, I've been drinking a little bit more.
Okay.
I still don't drink often, but I pick my moments, and so now when I drink, I drink. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Like now it's like, okay, it's one of those nights. I'm drinking tonight. That's what I'm gonna do. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so yeah, it was fun. It was weird. It was like so I'm trying to illustrate this as like vividly.
Where did you
can.
drink? Because where's the situation? Is it like izakaya?
Oh, okay. So like I was just drinking with my friend Yasmin, and we just had dinner, and then we like started getting drinks, and then I was supposed to meet some other friends later, but that didn't happen. And then we ended up literally like we started at 5 p.m. and we stopped at 4 a.m.
Oh my god.
We drank and talked for 10 hours.
Oh my god.
And it was actually really fucking good. Like I hadn't like gotten the proper chance to catch up with her ever since I came back to Japan. And so we hadn't properly caught up with each other like we are doing now. I did a 10-hour podcast yesterday.
Wow. Really, like, 10 episodes.
Wow. We did 10 episodes in one go because we hadn't spoken to each other for like properly for 1.5 years. And so like we had so much shit to talk about. And so yeah, it was really fucking good.
Catching up with Yasmin and Ted.
Yeah, exactly.
So it was in the izakaya the whole time?
No, we like just like different places, like bar hopping a little bit. But yeah, I want to tell you more about this experience that I had.
Okay, let's go back to the clinical trial.
So clinical trial, if you are you in Tokyo for an extended period of time and broke and white and male, maybe you can make some money.
And in good health.
Then maybe you can make like a good amount of money trying random drugs.
And you can have this extra arm. No, it's not gonna happen.
And you can have pneumonia now, just like me.
Look, I can look into the future. I'm dead.
But yeah, so no, I just like I've told you about this before, but I definitely do want to tell the podcast about this because it's been a weird experience that I've had in Japan. This is the third one that I've ever done.
Yeah.
And actually the fourth one, now that I think about it, it's the fourth one I ever done. And it's just such a weird vibe every time you go because you're in a hospital, but you're not really in there for like a particular real reason, except that like they have to check your blood. So like you get like this drug that they're trying, and they've tried it on many Japanese people before, but just to be safe, they want to try it on people of different ethnicities too.
I see.
Just to be safe, like, oh no, what if only white people get a rash when they take this? You know, so what I mean?
Was it like this for the old time, or was it just because they needed Caucasian and non-Asian people?
Right, they needed non-Asian people.
So it wasn't like the very first time they tried the drug. They already did trials on Japanese people.
Yeah, exactly.
Or Asian people.
Yeah. They already did a bunch of trials on Japanese people, no problems.
Oh, I see.
But then they're like, just to be safe, we gotta also check it on some white guys though. For some reason, always white guys. But yeah, so then you know that it's already been tested. Of course, I asked my friend about it, like, yo, like, what do you think about this?
Because you have a friend that
I have a friend that actually works in like pharmaceuticals.
All right.
And so you go to this hospital. They inject you with this drug. Like literally, I had like the IV bag on my arm, which was weird. A weird experience. Never had that before. And then you have to stay for a whole week. But they don't need a lot from you. They only in the morning, once every morning, they come and check your blood pressure and they take a blood sample. And that is the only thing that they need from you. So you're doing this maybe 15 minutes, 20 minutes in the morning. And the rest of the day, you're left alone to do whatever you want. And you're just in there. You can't go outside. You're all wearing the same like pajamas, the same blue pajamas. Everyone's wearing them. And you're just there.
So basically you're taking 7 blood tests.
Yeah.
And blood pressure tests. And then you get the money. That's it.
Pretty much, yeah. And then you have to show up a couple of times after as follow-up tests. Like I think like 6 times I have to go. Just show up once and do like a follow-up test. And then you get a lot of money. I can't say how much because that might give people an idea of which exact trial it was.
Yeah.
But it's a lot. It's like, money that I needed. So, and it was honestly really fun. the weird part
Really?
about it is that I really enjoyed it. Like, I did get like a little bit lonely near the end because sometimes you have like your group with like very fun people. Like, it's all these white guys, right? So like, we have a connection because we're all white dudes. No, I don't know, but like, they're all foreign, and so they probably speak English, right? And I was with an Italian. There was an Italian guy next to me and a Canadian one, and we sort of became friends. We started doing movie night every night, where one of us would pick a movie and we would watch it, watch some great movies. But then, other than that, we wouldn't really speak to each other. So imagine being in the same room all day for a week, but not speaking to anybody either. It's like a really weird vibe. But in a way, it was like a Buddhist vibe. Like it made me very zen. It made me calm down. I wrote a screenplay.
Nice.
It was fun. You're in the screenplay. I'll tell you about it later. I show it to you later.
All right.
But yeah, you're in it.
I have so many things I want to ask. First
Yeah.
of all, what's the Italian guy's name? I wonder if I know
I
him.
can't because like it's like,
it's
yeah,
privacy
I can
stuff?
tell you after the podcast. But yeah, no, he doesn't know who you are. I asked him if you knew who you are.
Okay, so we didn't
Yeah.
meet. Because
You've never met him. He knows about the gelato place Mamma Mia and Ueno, but he doesn't know about you. So yeah,
Wow, I'm less famous than the Mamma Mia Gelato. I'm
Yeah,
kind of
man.
happy about it.
it's cool, right?
I'm trying to push that.
I was
that
even
place.
like, I was even asking like, how did you find out about it? I was like, maybe he found out through like the TV thing that you did, right? But he's like, I don't know, Italian people know about it. I'm like, okay.
Yeah.
So-
In a way, yeah, Italian people know about that place. Like I knew it through other Italian people in a way.
For
So,
context, there's this one little place, this one little gelato place in Ueno that
it's amazing.
Peppe took
yeah.
me, and it's actually the best gelato in Tokyo.
Probably, yeah.
Yeah, it's called Mamma Mia. I highly recommend it. Like, I've only had it the one time, and I've been literally wanting to go back ever since.
Yeah.
So yeah,
It's a great place. Like the guy deserves like more success, in
Yeah.
my opinion. Because like for the price that he charges, the gelato that he makes, that's like high level in Italy too. Like if you go
right.
to Italy, you can find the like standard gelato that you can get in Italy. It's probably below what he's making.
yeah,
Because he's using all the high-end ingredients, all imported from Italy. Only the best stuff he's using, and he's charging so cheap if you compare it to like famous Italian chain gelaterias that are
Yeah.
in Ginza, for example. That they charge you for like 200 yen more than what he's charging,
Yeah,
and then
yeah.
you get like way almost half of what he's giving you.
Wow.
Of course they're good too, but you can see that like they're like made in a huge fucking. We're still talking about gelato.
Sorry,
We don't think about
the
it.
thing I just realized is that I
Yeah.
told you a whole story about me being hospitalized, and you have like you're
I'm like, I want to talk about gelato now.
you said I have so many questions. How about this Italian guy? And then we just spin off on some Italian
Oh
stuff.
man, we Italians, we really do love our country.
No, you really. He does too. He did too. Yeah.
I think we love our country when we are not in our country. Like as soon as we go back to Italy,
it's complaining.
time 1 week and then it's complaining everything is not working and everything is bad. I want to leave this country and as soon as you leave, you start listening to old Italian songs and crying and stuff like that.
Nice.
But yeah, let's go back to the. Also, I remember you did it like 3 times, right? Before
Yeah.
this one or
Yeah.
2. I don't know if you remember. I remember like the first 2 times you were super cool about it. It was super
Fun.
easy.
Yep.
And I remember you also made friends in.
Yeah, one of
during
my
the-
closest friends now as someone that I met in a trial.
Yeah, because like you was a lot of people. Like I don't know if this time was the same.
This time it was just 4 of us.
Just
so
4,
it's different.
alright.
But that time it was like 8. So
Okay.
like it was much easier to find someone you connect with, right?
I remember you like video games and you were playing video
Yeah,
games.
Smash
too.
Brothers, yeah.
That's right. All right.
Movie night. Yeah.
And everything was fine, right? But then, can we talk about that one? 'Cause,
No,
like,
of course.
I think you have to say also the good things,
Yeah,
like you get
yeah.
money. Sometimes, most of the times, like 3 out of 4, nothing
3 out of 4
happens.
have been great.
But then,
But then it went horribly wrong. I had the nightmare experience.
oh man, I wanna hear the story again because I don't remember it well. I was trying
Okay,
to tell you
sure.
to say to Belly, and I couldn't remember.
I will say that this was my own fault. Like when you sign up for this, you get like a health check, like a screening, and they tell you, they give you like a big like presentation about what this is, what this drug is that's being tested. And they very clearly at multiple times stated, if you're bad with caffeine, don't do this trial. Right? And you know me, I don't drink Coca-Cola caffeine because it makes me anxious and weird.
Yeah.
And for some reason I was like, well, isn't the best way to get over something like this just to dive in head first? So I was actually excited to be like, you know what? I'm gonna fucking learn to deal with it the hard way. Yeah, I'm gonna jump into this.
Oh man,
It was extremely stubborn. It was extremely stubborn.
Now I remember.
Yeah, and so I was just being a young idiot, and it's dumb. So I just want to say that it's 100% not the clinic's fault. It was my fault, right?
Yeah, because you weren't honest, right? You should have told the doctors that you have this reaction to caffeine, right?
Well, they didn't ask us to tell them, but they just said like, just don't do it in that case, right? Just make the personal choice not to do it, and I still did, right? But okay, so then I get there, and it's day one. Like we've slept over the night before. Oh no, like I think we arrived and immediately got the drug. So like we arrived in the morning. They gave us this little pill, and you just start getting really fucking hype.
No, but I also remember that you, like this time, it was very invasive. Like you had to put like a tube in your nose.
No, that was another one. That was the previous one. Yeah, the tube in my nose. That was like, yeah, okay. So short side story for one of the second one I did, the longer one. I had to put a pH meter through a tube all the way down and until it like poked into my stomach. And okay. I'm making this sound so it's actually like in a weird way that it was a really fun experience.
What? Really?
I'm happy that I did it and that I'm able to tell this story and that I had that experience with those guys. It was a weird bonding moment that we had with
I can tell this story too now because I heard it from you.
Yeah.
I don't have to go through that thing, you know.
No, but
it's a cruel thing to say.
It was a fun life experience. This thing was, you had to keep it in for 12 hours. There was a tube like literally in your throat. You couldn't swallow all the way because like there was a big tube in there, right?
Yeah.
It was very weird. And then you all take it out. But like in a super weird way, it was like a bonding thing. Like after that, all the guys were like so much closer because we all went through this shared we all went through this shared experience. This shared, like we overcame this obstacle.
So strange.
Right? It's so strange how psychology works like that. But after that, we were all so close.
Wow, that's very interesting, man.
Right?
I don't remember you telling me this side of the story. I think at the when it was happening, I remember you just complaining about it because you didn't want it to get that thing, right? So I guess that's maybe when you look back to it.
In the moment, you're always gonna be like, man, I gotta fucking put a thing up my nose. What the fuck? You know what I mean? But then after, like, it's just like bad stuff that happens to you that now you can laugh about.
Man, I don't know why this makes me laugh. Like I'm thinking about you and this, I don't know, 3 dudes going like, now we're friends because like, we got this tube up. You're like, yo, you're my brother now. You'll be the best man at my wedding and stuff like that. I don't know why like my brain is going these places. I shouldn't go there.
Yeah.
Oh man, sorry.
But it was honestly a fun experience, and now I know what that's like to have to put a pH meter because like it might happen at one point in my life for like medical reasons.
Yeah.
Now I know what it's like. One guy fainted when they put it in. Like one guy actually fainted.
That would be me, man. That would be me.
One guy fainted. The other one was like really like really not having a good time, and it's intrusive. It feels incredibly intrusive. When it comes into your nose and they just push it in and you feel it going down. It's not.
I don't want to get sick.
It's a bad feeling. It is a bad feeling. I will tell you that. It is not a great feeling.
Wait, 1 second ago it was good. Now it's not a good feeling.
No, it was not a good feel. Of course, it didn't feel good.
Having the experience.
Done it. Yeah, having done it is great. You know what I mean? Like, yeah.
True. Like in a way, like if you ever get sick or something, you need to do this again. You already have the previous experience of having done it, so you're not whatever, I can do this. Get scared about it, right? Although, like me, I'll just shit my pants and faint on the floor if I have something. Oh man, I really don't want to do this. I hope. Oh man, I don't want to get sick.
You're gonna be fine,
man. I'm so like.
Just don't eat too much gelato.
Oh no, I cannot do that either now.
Okay, wait, but I do have to finish my story about the nightmare one.
Oh yeah,
back to, I'll set the mood. Back to our previous time in a previous hospital. We are there. It's raining a little bit. That's what you just heard. And we have to do this trial where they tell us if you're bad with caffeine, don't do this because it's a stimulant, right? It's basically cocaine. And so you take this stuff. We took the first pill, and you get so hype, and your brain is just going at like 100 miles an hour. I don't know why I said miles. I'm a kilometer guy. I'm Dutch, but your brain is going at like 200 kilometers an hour, and
So that's like the same, almost the same effect as cocaine. You're saying, like, because
it's very similar to cocaine.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, very similar to cocaine, and just a ton of coffee. They're all very like stimulants are just all like that. They make you like really.
Damn.
And where your brain is just fucking flying in all directions, and I'm getting a fucking heart attack. My heart's going
Holy
like boom, 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 like this, right? And I knew I was having a worse effect than the other guys. And for a little bit, like I meditated. I was like, I'm gonna meditate my way out of this. I'm gonna be fucking mind over matter. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna be the fucking Iceman. I'm gonna be Wim Hof.
And this is like how much time after you took the pill?
Like an hour.
An hour? Oh my god.
So I'm like meditating. I'm like, yo, and the meditation was kind of working. Like I was meditating, I was focusing on one thing, and it was kind of like the effect was going down. My heart rate was lowering. So like I felt good. After that, me and the guys got really into fucking chess. Like we were into chess. We were playing chess. Chess was happening. Everyone was watching. We were all commenting. We're all like, this is the move. No, that's the move. Oh, but if I do this, we were so into chess, right? Man. Like it was going crazy. And we were all there like, yeah, no, yeah. Eyes were like this, eyes wide open, looking at each other, having fun, right? And then we like, the night goes on, we go to bed. And they had already said like you might not sleep so well. Well, nobody slept for even a single second that night. Nobody had a single second of sleep that night. And that's how I knew this shit was terrible for me. But also I tried to sleep, and you know when your brain is going at 200 kilometers an hour and you're focusing on something, it's fine because you're focused on that thing, right?
Yeah.
But when you go to sleep, per definition, you have to let your brain wander.
Yeah.
And so I let my brain wander trying to get to sleep. And my brain went all these places. And my heart started beating. And I had a fucking panic attack.
God.
I started panicking. I would like turn around and literally my pillow would scare me. I'd be like,
Jesus.
It's my fucking pillow. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
I had a real panic attack. Like a real panic attack.
Damn.
And all of a sudden, these guys are all talking about snuff movies. They're all having a deep conversation about like movies that they watched in which people get brutally murdered. Like actually.
Why
they were really talking about
that stuff?
And I was like, guys, I'm freaking out. Like, I'm really freaking out. Please, like, can we like switch to like a nicer subject? And they're like, yeah. And they talked about something else. But then they got back to the fucking snuff movies. And they're like, yeah, I watched this one like video of this girl and she got murdered. And I'm just like, they're in the middle of my panic attack. I'm like, guys, please stop.
Oh man.
And so in the next morning, like, and then like I met another close friend in the trial. Yeah. And so one of the guys, he sees that I'm having a problem. He takes me apart. We go to the other room and we talked until like 6 a.m. or something like that. And so we had like a good conversation. I was clearly having a panic attack still, but he kept me like on the level a little bit. And then the next morning, like they were going to administer the next drug dose. And I was like, I can't fucking do this. And I said like, yo, can I see the doctor? But like the thing that went wrong, they told me this afterwards, like they had seen us playing chess and having so much fun. And so they actually scheduled for the doctor to come in later. The doctor was supposed to come in the morning and see how we were doing. But since we were all seemingly doing so well, they were like, oh, well, we don't need the doctor to actually come by in the morning because these guys are all performing really well. They're all fine, right? And so I kept asking to see the doctor, but he wasn't in yet. And then I couldn't see him until it was like 2 minutes before I had to take my pill because you have to take it at a very specific time. And so 2 minutes, right before 2 minutes, I still was in limbo if I was going to do this or not. 2 minutes before he arrives and he wasn't really helping me mentally. And so I just like had a panic attack again right then and there. I was like really super panicked. And yeah, I made a fool of myself. I was having a real panic attack. I've never had a panic attack in my life. Only time I had a panic attack.
I remember, might be wrong, might be my memory. But I remember like something happened, like you were going to the toilet or something like that in the middle of the night and you saw somebody and then you got scared of something. Like I remember like this kind of story about like kind of a ghost figure or something like that. And then you were just imagining stuff.
I definitely was being scared by many things. Like I said, my pillow scared me. Like the smallest little twitches would scare me. People talking about snuff movies scared me a lot. Like real panic attack. And like, yeah, it was my own fault. 100% my own fault. Also, I don't think I would recommend for anybody to sign up for a stimulant fucking being checked because like once again nobody slept that night, which is terrible for your body. They didn't even really sleep the second night either. I heard later.
So even if you didn't have like whatever you had with coffee, you still
wouldn't have slept that night,
yeah.
right? And so I definitely like do not recommend that. I actually don't recommend going to trials at all because I don't want to be the guy that made you have a bad experience. I can only say that I've had good experiences so far, and just like the fucking thing up my nose, even this trial with the stimulant, I'm happy I did it in a lot of ways because it's an interesting story that I have. It's a memory that I always have. I'll always know that I will never do cocaine again. I will never like do stimulants again. I know this about myself now, and I've experienced what it's like to have a panic attack. I would say that ever since then, I've been more aware of what triggers my panic mode, and I've been better at keeping myself calm in many situations. But I feel like I've also become more easily stressed since then because now I know that I have the capacity to have a panic attack.
Yeah.
Right? When you don't know that you can have a panic attack, you don't care. You're doing stuff because there's no danger, right? But when you understand that you can have a real panic attack and you know what that feels like, then you're more easily scared off by things that will make you anxious.
It's kind of a little bit of a trauma too, right? Like,
it's a little bit, it is a little bit of a trauma, but I do think I came out better overall. And I am happy for having had the experience. So, yeah.
And now you're like the world champion of chess, right?
And now now we're all super good at chess. We're all masterminds. The Venetian opening or whatever it's called. We're all doing that shit. Yeah. Like
I don't know why, but I was picturing you and this guy just playing chess in the wrong possible way, with not following rules and just moving pieces around like maniacs. I don't know. I was picturing that. Just chess, screaming chess. That would have been fun, but I don't think that's how it went.
chess.
And then you get like a poker card and you go, chess, mixing the games and stuff like that.
Nice.
And like then make our the own doctors rules. Come in and go like, they're fine. Even though
these guys are doing good.
Not fine at all. Oh, man. Wow. That was a very interesting thing to say. I think like a lot of people will find this interesting because like,
I hope so. I hope my misfortunes can get people. And I don't want to like speak too long, of course, but one last thing that I want to say about it is like, I'm pretty proud of myself about how open I am about it now. Because I think if we would have done this podcast 2 years ago, I wouldn't have talked about it.
I remember you didn't want me to tell anybody, right?
Yeah.
Like you were kind of shy about
I
it.
Never told it on the vlog. Yeah.
Yeah, in vlog too, right? And then, but yeah, actually surprised me too that the fact that you want to talk about it in the podcast. And so I think it's good because like in a way you like you're assessing your power over this thing. Otherwise, like you'll be like it'll be this fucking thing that I'm hiding from people. Yeah, you're hiding from just makes you weaker in a way, right? So and it makes you stronger talking about it.
I just think I had a lot of realizations about who I am. If that makes, I'm trying to make it more concise. I just think I care less now in a good way about the way people think of me, right? I think I used to really want people to think that I was cool, and I think I lost that in a good way. Now I'm like, yeah, whatever. This is my fucking life. Like,
and that's how you become cool.
And no, that's how I become like the guy that shows up, didn't shower for 2 days, hoodie that he's been wearing for like weeks.
Magic cards like, in his pocket.
Yeah. Magic cards in his pockets. I don't know. It's like I can see how that makes you cooler, but partly I can also see how that makes you like the outcast, right?
Yeah.
But I'm cool with either. I'm fine.
I'm
like,
picturing
I'm good.
You in New York wondering about just as you describe yourself.
Yeah.
Just going,
like a slob.
You know that they have like the chess things and then you go like chess.
Like the random rich guy you met once. Was that you?
Oh yeah, it's me.
Yeah, that looked like a slob, but then he was like this like fucking famous rich ass, this
super rich,
or whatever. Yeah,
dude from I don't know, was in Nakameguro. He's like living in Japan for a long time. And I have what did he say? Yeah, I have a foundation. Oh, You know, when you're rich, when you don't have a bank account, you have a foundation.
Yeah. Oh
Yeah.
man.
But yeah.
So yeah, I feel like I really hijacked the podcast, but I hope that the story
it's
was
cool.
fun.
Yeah, like sometimes I talk more, sometimes you talk more.
Yeah.
So good. Actually, that you mentioning the rich guy. So basically, he's like he has this foundation, and he's like, like how do you say, like supporting artists, like contemporary art, this kind of stuff, right?
Yeah.
And paying people to make exhibition in galleries and stuff like that, right?
Yeah.
Well, actually, there's a thing that came out, I think, out of this meeting that I have briefly meeting in the street, and it's a thing that I think I want to hopefully I will be able to do, but I'm not sure if I want to do it yet. But I have this idea, like ever since I met this guy, I was like I was thinking, like, what can I do with him? Like, let's say he says like, yo, here's all the money you need. Here's the galleries you need. What you want to do, what you can do, right?
Yeah.
And I'm like, of course, like if you look back, like all the famous manga artists that get to do museum exhibitions, it's usually either them making a bigger artworks from their famous manga series. There's a very famous one from Takehiko Inoue, which is the mangaka they made like Slam Dunk, Vagabond. I don't know if you know Vagabond,
I know Slam
right?
Dunk. I don't know Vagabond.
Okay, Vagabond is like one of his like latest manga. It's about like Miyamoto Musashi. It's one of the most famous samurais in history. Actually existed. Right. And it's his story. It's following a book, a biography wrote by another Japanese author.
Yeah.
And this manga became such a hit, and it's so beautifully drawn that he got to make these exhibitions in Tokyo, Osaka, and Nagoya.
Cool.
Where he made this huge canvas with these huge brushes. He made something amazing.
Oh, okay, wow.
Yeah. You want to check it?
Yeah, show me on your phone maybe.
Oh, and my phone is right there.
Oh. We can check it out right here.
I want to try to, incorporate more, like, look at this, because otherwise we're just talking, right?
Yeah, no, thanks. I'm gonna love that when I'm editing.
I know, you just want to double click.
You want to type it in?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, it's gonna be great. I'm gonna be editing. I'm gonna have to listen to the entire podcast just for the one time I had to show a picture. Yeah, love it. It's cool though.
There you go.
Is that it?
Yeah.
With the face? Oh, where did it go?
Yeah, this was like the outside, right? Yeah.
Wow.
And inside he made like huge canvas. Like, that's him painting. Like, of course, this is printed in a page. But anyway, so he did this kind of stuff, right? And I know other famous manga artists like do similar stuff. They maybe don't do huge canvas like he does because he's like super talented. Yeah. Or maybe they just expose their manuscript. And I was like, I don't want to do that because like it's not interesting enough. Whatever, like it's already been done, right? I was like, what could I actually possibly do? Let's say it's not right now in the moment, but in the future or whatever. I was like, you know what, that very, very cool thing would be? And let me know what you think about it. It's like, I was thinking that would be amazing to have like, to rent like a huge room, let's say in one of these, modern museums, like the one we went together in, was it in Ryogoko? No, the one, we walked a lot afterwards and went to Starbucks. It's in Kamiyacho.
I don't remember when we spent time together.
Thanks. But yeah, anyway, so let's picture this huge room like in a contemporary museum. When they usually have like these weird statues in the center and there's nothing else, right? So huge, high ceilings and stuff like that, right? So I'm picturing this. And I'm picturing like a desk in the center and just like, I'm going to be there sitting and making a manga.
Oh,
and that would be like
people can show up and as you're making the manga, they
exactly.
can be in the room.
I'll be there for like, let's say 1-2 months. Yeah. Every day from like opening till closing of the museum. Wow. And it's going to be like a performance art because like I'm performing, I'm like just being there, right? I'm not doing anything for anybody. I'm not dancing and stuff like that. But I'm just working, right? And I'm like, back to the people coming, right?
Yeah.
You're not gonna be able to walk around. Oh, maybe you can walk around. I'm still have to figure it out.
Mm.
And the cool thing is gonna be like, cause like it's gonna be a performance type of art, but also I'm gonna actually be making a new manga on the spot right there, and I'm gonna start from zero, and I'm gonna go until it's made. And I was thinking to like fuse, like, cause like if I draw it on analog pages, like manuscript, is going to be super hard for people to read and understand. Even if you put it on let's say I finish one page and I put it on the wall, it's not going to be as cool. I was thinking drawing it digitally, and then day by day, as I make one, let's say I make one page a day, you can like check it on the whatever application you have. I'm gonna make maybe a app for it or whatever. Maybe we can release it with the actually Japanese publisher and just fuse the mediums, right? Like you get the commercial side of the editorial stuff, and then the art side with the museum performance. And also maybe like I can project whatever I'm doing on the wall,
what you're drawing, what you're researching,
and then maybe whatever, like you can have like a screen that's let's load it with the pages that are done, so you can like you go to the museum, you can scroll and read it as I'm making them. That would be kind of cool, I think.
That would be fucking cool.
Really?
Yeah, I think that would be a great idea.
That would be something like unique, because I don't think anybody did something like that. Because anybody doesn't, I think no mangaka want to be there for like being seen as they're making stuff for months. Nobody would want to go through that.
As hard it is to get you out of your house and socializing, you're probably the most social mangaka.
Exactly. Like for this kind of reasons, if there's like a goal, I will totally do it, right?
Yeah.
That's why, like, even with Terrace House, like,
right.
With my personality, I would never do it. But since I knew there was a goal, like, I can freaking make this kind of a documentary for overseas people to see how it's like to, and like to let people know my story that you can actually do it in Japan. I knew this goal, and I was like, I can do it. Like, I can go through everything. I can just show up in front of these cameras. I'm not scared at all. So like in this case, it will be a goal, right? Like you're gonna make this performance.
Yeah.
I think it will be pretty amazing, because like I don't
super
think
cool.
The art world really like kind of knows the manga. Like mangas are more like considered, like especially in Japan, are considered more of like a product rather than
more in an entertainment form.
Whether in like in Europe and in America, it's getting more and more like towards like you have to get like make like manuscripts more artsy and so on, because like there's not that many readers and it's kind of different market, whatever. But in Japan, like of course they still have like manga that are more artsy. But most of the manga, especially the one that they sell overseas, and then the most famous ones are these famous and are this big because they are commercial. Like they are good products, and they have good marketing, and they have a good company that knows what to push and know what to make, right? So to fuse these two things into, like, you can do both. Like I can make a commercial manga in a museum. That will be like, the opposites, right? Like you can experience something weird watching this dude making manga and be like, what is this art? Is a performance, all right? It's a contemporary kind of art form. And then the actual things that I'm making might be like a super simple shonen manga with people fighting or whatever it is, right? And then it can be like whatever. Let's say I'm good as a main manga artist right now that sells millions of copies. That can also be a thing, right? Which is like, it's crazy if you think about it.
I only have one thing that I like would recommend. It's don't even think about what you're gonna make the manga about until you sit there.
Yeah, I was thinking that too.
Okay.
Yeah. I was like, good. I want to go there, empty head.
Yeah, exactly.
And that's like gonna be the experience, right? Like I sit there, what can happen in my brain?
Because you let it soak in, and you're there, and you let the whole vibe soak in, and the people start coming, and you let that like energy. Like you let it take you somewhere, because it's the only chance you're gonna get to ever get that energy and like play off that, right? So
as if anybody from any galleries is listening to his podcast that wants
to hit up your guy, the Foundation man, Mr. Foundation.
I don't think I'm that high in society to be able to talk with this kind of person.
What do you have to lose? Nothing.
No, but like Maybe one day, like right now, of course, I cannot do it right now because I have other projects. But I'm saying like it's a thing that I kind of want to do in the future, right? If I get the right opportunities, if I get if these things can happen, because I don't know anything about the art world. I don't know how does it work. I'm guessing you just need to be liked by the right person, right?
Yeah.
The right person. Let's say this person that I met in the street likes me. He's gonna move the world and just make it happen, right? That's how it works. Because like, how do you value art? It's not like you can value somebody's like a new artist because it sells more because there's nothing to sell. Like it's just making stuff, right? You don't know if it sells or not. You're actually deciding if he's gonna become successful or not. It's all in the hands of the gallerists, I think, right? So, I need to have the right connection, but that would be fun. I think it would be like interesting.
I think it would be like, I think off the back of Terrace House, I think you will be able to make it happen. So, if you just ask, honestly. Just go up to like, do the one in Ueno with the fucking like the ball outside. Go to that one. Just be like, hey yo, I'm Peppe. Ciao.
Can I have the whole museum for me? Nope.
they're gonna be like, no at first, and then they're gonna like Google you, and then they're gonna be like, oh, what the fuck? It's Peppe from Terrace House. And they're gonna call you. You're gonna be like, pronto.
Wait, sorry, I'm eating gelato, not now. and then I fuck my career like that.
I don't know. I think it would be.
That would be dope to do it in Japan if you think about it. Sorry, that would be dope to do in Japan if you think about it, because like I wanna call it like manga, just manga, the exhibition, right? Because it's the act of making manga, right?
Yeah.
And it would be crazy to do this kind of stuff in Japan as a foreigner, like in the country of manga. I just create all these opposites, all these paradoxes, just do by doing this stuff.
Yeah.
That would be pretty interesting to do. So, yeah.
Awesome. That sounds like a dope project. That would be very fun.
Oh.
Uh-oh.
What the fuck?
It's all good. I'll grab something.
Oh man, sorry.
Don't worry.
I'm gonna stop this. Should I stop it?
No, don't stop it.
Yeah. Okay.
Peppe just dropped his coffee. It happens all the time. He doesn't have good motor functions, so. Oh man,
I was doing so well.
I was like, I hope you didn't notice, but I was trying so hard to completely be in your story just now, but like, because I'm hungover, like my mind wandered sometimes. But I did catch all of it, but it took a lot of effort.
I cannot talk because it's not gonna be recorded.
Oh yeah, you're speaking back to me, but you're not close to the mic.
Just
so
say to the mic what I'm saying. Like,
just say to the mic what I'm saying. I think that you're a fucking asshole. I think you.
I didn't say that.
I think you need to stop touching my gelato. I know I left it in the freezer. I know you ate it.
But yeah. Okay, it's kind of clean now.
Okay, it's almost done.
Clean it.
We're getting through this. Yeah, don't worry about it. It's fine.
But yeah, actually, I've been thinking about this thing for a long time.
Wow.
Sometimes at night I get these flashes of like things that I could do.
Yeah.
If this happens. Let me move back here.
This happened to me a lot in the hospital, actually.
What happened?
The lights went off. The battery's empty. It's fine. Don't worry about it.
We're gonna turn into werewolves.
Today is like the podcast where everything goes wrong. The mic is gonna stop later. There's gonna be a jishin, like an earthquake.
Oh, bro, no. Please.
We're both gonna have to put pH meters up our nose.
Oh no, please. Oh man.
I think I really got inspired a lot in the hospital because we were watching movies every night, and I was listening to. I had so much time, and boredom is when you get inspired, man. Like
boredom.
When you're Tyler the Creator, when you're bored, that's when like inspiration is about to hit you because you're not preoccupied with stuff, right? And so like once again, I wrote a screenplay. I like was listening to all these director commentaries. I was making all these fucking ideas about shit to do.
Ooh, which director?
I mainly was listening to the Safdie brothers. Have you seen Uncut Gems?
Oh, I haven't seen that one yet.
Oh,
I want to see it. Yeah, I know
so
it's good. I know it's good.
Oh my god, I love that movie so much.
I have to remember. Watch it. My phone is there.
Later, I'll tell you about it later. But yeah, anyway, like they were just talking about. It wasn't even like. It wasn't what they're saying. I was like, I want to do that. It was just the fact that they were speaking about it in such a passionate way that it rubbed off on me.
What else have they made? I wanna check them out.
Not that much. They only made Good Time. So if you don't know Good Time, then you don't know.
Good Time.
Yeah, Good Time with Robert Pattinson.
This mouse has so many many buttons.
Just like they haven't made that much. I don't.
wanna see.
I mean, okay, fine.
What's the
Be a diva then. The Safdie brothers. SAFDIE. Yeah, it's them.
Oh, like
You
this
know
is
them?
like this dude was like friends with Casey when he was like growing up or something like that. When
Casey who?
when they were like in New York together.
Casey, who's Casey?
Casey Neistat.
Oh,
Yeah, this bearded guy.
okay.
You can see him like in his older vlogs when he's like still young in New York and like
Really?
struggling. I think he's also
Interesting.
friends with Tom Sachs. Like they're all like this community of
Oh,
artists.
okay, yeah.
Oh, I see. Oh, he made the movie.
It's a good movie, man. Uncut Gems. Listeners, you right now in your room listening, watch Uncut Gems. It's a great movie.
Uncut Gems, good.
But they
time.
haven't made a lot of movies since then. An interesting side story about Uncut Gems that I learned from that is that they wrote it with Adam Sandler in mind as the main guy,
Really?
and it took them 10 years to convince him to do it.
Wow.
10 years. They sent it to him. He was like unavailable, right? He was like, it's just like he didn't reach out personally. He was just like unavailable. And then they kept trying. And then they made this movie called Good Time, which Adam Sandler ended up watching and really liking. And so because Adam Sandler ended up watching Good Time and liking it, he was like, let's do the movie. And then 10 years later, they finally made the fucking movie. Super
Wow.
cool. Very cool. So I don't know. And just like it inspired me a lot to just listen to them, how passionate they were. Because like these guys are nerds. You know what I mean? They will talk about one particular shot. And he's like, yeah. And then they put the 150 millimeter on him. And I was like, whoa, like, it's not even a prime. They just put that on him and just left it and moved and moved with it. And like the way they talk about it is like, it's like so like, it makes you want to geek out and be like, I can barely imagine what they're talking about half the time. Like, I don't even fucking know. They say words that I'm like, what does that even mean? But you're still like, this is great. You know, it's like infectious, right?
Yeah.
And so it makes you really want to like also do stuff.
What's the script about?
The script. Okay, so I actually don't like talking about making what I'm gonna make before I make it. So I'll tell you because I want you to be in it. But
it's a movie, right?
it's a
movie?
show. It's a show.
It's a show.
Yeah, it's a show. Yeah.
So we cannot talk about it in the podcast.
I just don't like I really don't like talking about what I'm gonna make.
You mean
before
like
I make
with the
it.
public, right?
No, not even like just to nobody. Only because I want you to be in it. Of course, I have to tell you about it.
Okay. All right.
But I
tell me
just-
later.
I don't know. The same with music. I don't like talking about. I'm not gonna be like, like the music I'm trying to make is like kind of like a.
I know what you
mix.
mean.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like I feel like it gets too delicate and it's a little bit pretentious in a way.
I know. That's the same reason I don't like to like post drawings on Instagram or like I don't know. There's a lot of people that like to post like as they're making something.
Yeah.
I don't like that. I really don't like that.
It just feels like anybody can come up to you and be like, like I have a movie idea. You know what I mean? But so few people can come up to you and be like, I shot a movie. You know what I mean? So like make the movie and then you know what I mean?
Yeah. So it's a TV show, like a series?
It's a series. The little thing about it that I can say is that I told you Nice House. I'm starting this little production company called Nice House.
Oh, yeah.
Right? And it's just going to be very cheaply shot. It's essentially Shindaita PD, the channel. You know what I mean?
All right.
But like a little bit better than Shindaita PD because I think I got a lot better since then. But like it's going to be like very bad acting, very bad storyline, but quality shooting in a sense. Like it's like I don't know. I want it to be. Now I'm talking about it a little bit too much, but the whole premise of the fucking like the channel is to be like punk music, right?
Okay.
Where it's like it's so terrible, but it makes you want to do it too. You know what I mean? Like I want to make this. I want to make stupid videos that will make other people be like, now I want to make stupid videos. You know what I mean? That's kind of the idea.
All right.
So yeah, and that's all I'll say.
You can stop there. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, but you need the camera, right? You don't have a camera yet.
Oh man, I know. And I've been like window shopping cameras. I've been like, I already know exactly which camera I want, and I know that I'm gonna vlog with it too. And
How much is it gonna be?
The camera is Hachiman,
Hachiman, all right.
and then the lens. I'm gonna get one lens and just stick with that. It's gonna be like Sanman.
What about the lenses from the other camera? Are you gonna use it?
I can't use it. No, it's Canon. I'm getting a Sony camera.
Oh, I
But
see.
then the lenses that I really want, are like Nanaman each,
Damn.
and I want at least 2.
Damn.
Those are the lenses that I really want. Because when you see those lenses,
I know.
you see those fucking lenses, and it's the same lenses that it's not the same lenses that they use on Uncut Gems, but it's the same type of lens that they use on Uncut Gems.
What about can you sell the old Canon lens?
Yeah, I'm gonna sell it.
How much you can make with that?
I'm gonna make like $300 Sanman.
So you can
Some
almost
long.
buy another lens.
Yeah, I can almost buy the lens, and like,
The
yeah,
cheap
I
one.
still have to think about it. Like, yeah, I've been thinking about starting a Kickstarter for it, but I feel like I feel burdened asking, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
So I've been thinking like, like some people have liked my vlogs in the past. I was like, maybe I can do a Kickstarter for the camera, not for anything like special, not for the cool lenses, of course, just for the camera and the basic stock lens, just so I can get started. But I feel like a burden. I feel like, I don't know. It doesn't feel right. It's a little bit like what you told me in the first podcast about asking people for a favor. Like if I'm asking if a friend offers to help me out with something, I'll be like, yeah, like that's awesome. Thank you so much. But I would never like ask that big of a thing. And especially not from people that I really don't know in real
Of
life.
course,
Like
yeah.
I just feel, I don't know. I feel like if my art was truly that good, it would have performed better, and I would have already had enough money to buy this camera, right? So I don't want to be like, I'm promising you nothing, but like give me something. Right?
I know
So,
what you mean.
Yeah.
So like now you have a drone, but you don't have a camera.
I have
It's irony.
I have the lighting set up. I have a green screen set up in my room at all times. At all times. 100% of the time there's a green screen available, a green screen studio in my house. I have a drone. I have the best stabilizer. I have a stabilizer that you can use. I have every fucking thing you can need. I have a great computer with a great video card for editing. I have everything except for the fucking camera. So yeah. But I'll get there. Like I'm not gonna be broke forever. I'm working on it. I'm computer programming now, which I love. So
You're not gonna get these shots, man. Get some jobs with the model agencies.
yeah, we'll find. I'll find the money. Like it'll happen. But yeah, until then, I'm just gonna be writing screenplays and stuff and thinking about it.
That's good too. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh man, that camera's gonna be. Oh, those lenses are so dope. Yo, it's this. Okay, geek moment a little bit. There's these lenses called anamorphic lenses,
Heard about it.
and they're typically very, very like pricey. Like regular lenses are, English. The opposite of flat. When just like your eyeball, it's like a ball. It's like a not a flat surface. It's like a curved. Thank you.
Is it just curved? Is another way of saying it?
Yeah, so I don't know. They're curved.
And,
I guess I don't know, but they're regular lenses are curved. Anamorphic lenses are flat. And
Okay.
one of the things that they do is when they shoot an image, they actually shoot it cropped a little bit like this. Like when a JPEG, when you stretch it, like they stretch it like this, and then you have to unstretch it manually after. And because it's stretched, it becomes like the sides become very beautifully blurred in a very beautiful way. And when there's light in an anamorphic lens, you see like a really big like screen flash, like a blue flat line of light in the screen whenever there's a light.
Where? On the light?
On the picture.
Okay. I know.
Yeah, sorry, I geeked out a little bit, but like.
No, I want to know about it.
And so they're really good for like film noir kind of stuff. Like if you've seen The Batman, it was like literally shot on only anamorphic lenses. And so.
Oh, like this?
Yeah, exactly. Like that kind of. Oh my god.
Oh, these are the lines, right?
Yeah, those type of lines.
Star Trek.
And like this type of effect, right? And it's it just looks so great. They look so fucking good. it's just super, super great. Like here you can see the difference. Like you can see that this is like this like very different type of blur than a spherical lens. That's what it's called, spherical, not curved, spherical.
Spherical,
yeah.
Okay, yeah. Oh, interesting.
It's a very different vibe, and every time I see it now in a movie, I'm like, yeah, anamorphic lens, fuck yeah. You know what I mean?
I know that now.
Yeah, like yeah, it's anamorphic, fuck yeah, they did it. Oh, she looks so great. You know what I mean? Cool. Now I'm like, I'm obsessed with those lenses, and now I'm like, yeah, that's gonna be the fucking thing.
That's the one for Nanaman, right?
That's the Nanaman one, and like because they're not prime, they're prime lenses. That means that they only have like one fixed length. You can't zoom with them, and so you have to buy one for every distance.
So at least two to start.
At least two, one for the wide shot, one for the close up, right?
Plus, you need the third lens, which is like regular spherical.
Which is the more like the vlog lens, yeah, that can zoom, the do everything lens.
The one that you have for Canon and just for Sony, right? The same one.
Exactly, yeah. That's just like the one where like you never have to take it off if you don't care about how great it looks. You just zoom, whatever. You know what I mean? So, yeah.
So you're taking the Sony because it's like mirrorless. It's like
it's mirrorless.
Lighter.
It's great quality. My friend owns it, and I just borrowed it. I just lent it from him. That's the right word, borrowed. I just borrowed it from him to do a music video, and I shot the music video with it, and I was like, wow, this shit looks amazing. So I was like, this is the camera, because this looks great.
So a camera is going to be 80,000 plus 14...
Plus
140,000 for two lenses. Anamorphic lenses, plus... How much was the...
Plus like Sanman, Yonman for
how much is that?
The stock lens.
That's like... Niju Roku?
Yeah, something like that.
26?
Yeah.
I'm not good in math. 14 plus 8, that's like 22. Yeah, 25.
I lost it. Yeah.
250,000 yen.
250,000 yen.
That's what you need.
$2,500. Yeah, it's not even that much if you think about it. For like my movie setup to be complete.
Of course, like.
And then I still need a microphone. But
it's all like used, right? We're talking about used.
It's all used.
Of course. Right?
No, the lens. It's all this. These are new prices.
Oh, anamorphic lenses price are. This is for
these are new prices.
Camera is used.
Camera is also new price.
Oh, new price.
Yeah.
Oh, that is not expensive at all.
No, it's not that bad. It's not that bad. No. So. Yeah, it's not bad. And the anamorphic lenses, I just want to buy them new because like I bought secondhand lenses before and they've been like just not that great. Like they've been dying on me. So like I love these lenses too much. I want to make sure that they're good and that I have a warranty for them, right? So.
Well, let's hope this podcast worked well. So.
Yeah, let's hope I finally make my millions doing this podcast with you, where I just talk about anamorphic lenses that people don't know about and don't care about. If you did not care about the anamorphic lenses, I'm sorry. Just know that I care a lot. So
we can shut the whole podcast with anamorphic lenses.
The next podcast you see is going to be shot on anamorphic lens.
Nice.
We're going to have intermittently, I'm going to have a light in the back that's going to come by to make like nice lens flares. Yeah.
Oh man. So it's been
an hour. Yeah.
It's kind of a good hour. I have more to talk about, but just keep it for the next time maybe.
Of course. Yeah. We can keep it at this.
I got some good news. It's just work related. I can of course,
you just want to tell me in person.
I can tell you in person too, of course, but it's like it's not really that much to
Of course.
I mean, it's just to keep it short. Manga is going on, like
nice. Oh, you got the approval from the people.
Got approval from the people.
Nice.
Approval from the editors.
Nice.
So like it's gonna start this year. They wanted to start like end of July. Too soon for me because I have to go back to Italy a couple of weeks and I want to do it properly. I don't want to rush it. So I said no. Let's make it early as possible for me to make it properly.
Yeah.
I want it to be like autumn. So we're talking about like September, I think early September maybe.
I'm excited.
So that'll be probably the starting time from a new manga, which I'm crazy excited about.
Oh man, I'm excited too. I haven't seen a single thing.
I know, right? I want to talk as soon as everything is confirmed, 100% confirmed. I've signed the contracts. I'm gonna talk it properly on the podcast and tell you. I tell you in the podcast in details what the story is about and everything. So, but yeah, it's good to know that things are finally moving, and then it's gonna be a lot of work to do.
Yeah,
because I'm gonna have like a couple months maximum 3 months I have. Like if I count like from tomorrow, I got like 3 months.
Yeah.
Saying it starts in September, it's not a long time. It's a good enough time if I work every day properly, but it's not a lot of time.
Yeah.
I want to make at least one volume of worth of chapters, scripts ready before it starts, so that I can just, have the time not to rush it and not to make anything not at the level of quality that I'm expecting to have for this manga. But yeah, man, this is gonna be a good one, a good one.
I'm excited.
You're gonna like it, I think.
Oh
too.
man,
Yeah.
I'm actually very, very excited.
Like I feel like I got very. I mean, thanks will be a lot to the story, which is a real story. So like, whatever I can bring to the thing is just recreating it, directing it. This time was more of a director job rather than a writer job.
Right.
But of course, I had to write a lot, like because there was no dialogues, right? I had to make the dialogues, of course, right? But the story is so interesting that I think manga can be good, even if I suck at everything that I'm trying to do. But I don't think I'm gonna suck at it. So I think I got so much better just doing this manga, like because I could focus on stuff that I wasn't focusing before. Because when you're making your original work, the first thing you focus about is, of course, making something original, something new, something interesting, creating the core of the thing, which is like the contents, right?
Yeah.
But this time, contents were already there. I had to do all the rest. So being able to focus on everything else for this time, I think make me a better manga artist, I think.
Yeah.
After this one, I think I'm gonna be so much better, and then the next one after this one is gonna be so much better. It's gonna be probably an original one, because I don't want to just keep making stuff based on books as Scorsese does. But can't wait to break the silence about it and talk about it on Instagram, in the podcast, and being able to just share it, because like I don't want to jinx it, because anything can also still go wrong.
Right. It's not 100%.
Still no contracts signed.
I know how that feels. When it's not 100%, you don't want to like talk about it too much.
Yeah.
I really know the feeling. Yeah.
But things are moving, man. I think the worst is gone, because like the worst was just making all the contacts, reaching out to people and stuff like that, was all the research I had to go through and all the stuff. Now, like, things are almost there. Like, there's a couple steps more, and then it's confirmed 100%. And then then I just have to work, which is beautiful. I just know I need to work. That's all I want to do, So that was the other good news for today. But hopefully, like, next week, probably let's say in episode maybe
5, 7, 8,
6 or 7. I think we'll be able to say break the silence. Hopefully, like 5 or 6, but I'm not sure.
Excited.
All right.
Cool. This has been Catching Up with Pep and Ted. I'm going to do the outro song.
All right. I think it was an interesting episode. What did you guys think?
I like this episode a lot, but also I feel like maybe I was dominating a little bit, but next time,
it's cool. It's cool.
You're going to talk about stuff. Oh my God. Remember, I'm still hungover. Don't judge my singing right now. Thank you. Catching up with Pep and Ted. Come and sing along. It's catching up with Pep and Ted. So awesome.
So awesome.
And he spilled his coffee
on the floor. See you guys in the next episode.
See you. Bye-bye.
Have a good life.
Grazie.